Okay, are you seeing my slide number 1?
Yes.
This is one of the billboards we
Yes,
erected this is one of the billboards we erected our demonstration sites. We give credit to our donors and direct people to our website and give them our contact information. An 8-day workshop was held in November 2020. All the participants received classroom training from vetiver specialist Jonathan Barker for 3 hours in the morning, and after lunch there was a choice of fieldwork or handicraft training. The handicraft training area was decorated with posters that I got off TVNI's website. So this is a group of handicraft participants on day 1, Jonathan Barker in the blue shirt in the middle. The participants were first shown how to dig up vetiver clumps from the nursery, separate the slips from the leaves, and dry the leaves before moving on to handicraft production. The slips were then used to establish the demonstration sites. We found a very entertaining and engaging local craftsman who was good at teaching the basics of vetiver handicraft production. But to move our participants on to a more advanced stage of craft making would involve bringing in an experienced trainer from St. Vincent, Bonnie, or Venezuela, Osvaldo, to Grenada in the future. However, most of the participants succeeded in completing at least one saleable item by the end of their training. The participants here are learning their very first simple plait. It's hard to see, but one participant on the left made himself a vetiver belt and bracelet, which he wore proudly throughout the workshops. These are items brought as a demonstration by our instructor, who sells vetiver handicraft for a living. When Grenada's tourism market recovers after COVID, there will be a ready market for vetiver handicrafts. Another option would be for us to export vetiver products through an online portal, possibly in conjunction with other Caribbean islands, including House of Vetiver in Trinidad. One of our participants made this simple but attractive mat after only 3 afternoons of classes, which shows how much can be taught in a short space of time. Our participants are anxious to move on to more advanced training when we can organize this for them. And here are some simple items made by other participants. Everyone was very happy to have the opportunity to acquire this skill and really worked hard. One afternoon, we offered a soap making demonstration, incorporating vetiver essential oil and root shavings. The equipment and the method used was simple and easy to replicate by the participants at home. The soap we made was a bit rough looking, but one of the participants went on to use some proper molds and made an improved product, which you can see in the bottom left picture. Another afternoon, we demonstrated how to make essential oil from vetiver roots. The participants were taught how to sustainably grow and prepare the roots. At a visit to the government chemist lab, they watched a small amount of vetiver essential oil being produced. As you can see, the equipment's very small, so it wasn't much. Our workshop facilitator, Jonathan, visited a sister project, also funded by the Jeff Small Grants Program, where vetiver is being planted for erosion control in the prison kitchen garden. The inmates were very interested to see the handicraft and the roots bundle and the soap that he took to show them. And this could be another prison project for Bonnie to assist us with. While at the prison, Jonathan taught the inmates how to prepare strips of vetiver slips using bamboo, which is readily available to them. The participants helped to establish a vetiver hedge at a community recreation ground that is being eroded by the sea. This is a very challenging installation. Thank you, Dick, for putting me in touch with Jason in Hawaii, who suggested planting a alpaca hedge behind the vetiver to absorb the brunt of the salt water. In these photos, the alpaca has not yet been planted though. Participants went on a field trip to establish a nursery at the government plant propagation station. We ended up using the slips in an area where they are experiencing erosion at the side of a greenhouse. So at the start of the rainy season, we will have to take them more plants to establish their nursery. One of our participants owns a pig farm where the effluent is polluting a nearby river. So we helped him establish some vetiver hedges to mitigate this problem. Several of the pig farms in Grenada have been closed down because of polluting the nearby rivers. So this could be an important intervention. One afternoon, the fieldwork was to establish a vetiver hedge at the bottom of the 4-H garden at a nearby school. The students helped us plant, and we will be establishing educational posters in the school library so they can continue to be educated about vetiver. This is the hedge a couple of months later where it has caught well. Some of the participants from our workshop are now receiving incentives to weed, water, and maintain the demonstrations they planted. This is helping to further their education, their vetiver education, and will also ensure the success of our demonstrations. So that was my last slide. And in closing, I would just like to suggest that anyone planning a project to promote the vetiver system should include handicraft training, as it can add so much value to your overall project. Thank you.